So the other day, I did something kind of crazy. Three days ago, I went skydiving with my mom, my older brother, his fiance, and my fiance, who actually didn't jump out of the plane. She kind of just watched us from the ground. Now here's the thing though. This was a very super last minute decision. Like, I don't think I actually knew I was gonna jump out of the plane until about like maybe 45 minutes before. Like, I really was not expecting to jump out of a plane that day. And I'm kind of tight about that because if I had known, I would have brought my camera, I would have did a whole vlog of it, but luckily the spot we went to, they had a whole video package where they basically filmed the vlog for me. And I'm gonna get to show you guys and talk to you about the whole experience because honestly, it was mad fun. First things first, let me give you the backstory as to why we even did this in the first place, and it all starts with my mom. For like the last 10 years, my mom has always said, oh, when I turn 60, I wanna jump out of a plane. For my 60th birthday, I'm gonna go skydiving, da 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 da. And the other day was her 60th birthday. So as a present for her, me, my fiance, and my two brothers all pitched in to pay for her to go skydiving at this spot in New Jersey. Originally, it was just supposed to be hers. She was the only one that was supposed to jump out of the plane that day, but on the car ride to the spot, my older brother's fiance started talking about like, I'm thinking about jumping too. And then she told him she would do it if he did it. And then he was like, oh, I'll do it if Max does it. And at that point I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck it, let's do it. You know, how cool of a memory would that be if we all just jump out of a plane for my mom's 60th birthday? Like, I thought that would be a really cool experience. And to be honest, I kind of think my older brother was hoping I said no so he wouldn't have to do it, but I guess we'll never know. So after about a 2.5 hour drive deep into the middle of nowhere in New Jersey, we got to the spot, we all paid for ourselves to go, and we were locked into this thing. The first thing they had us do when we got to the spot was watch this like 10-minute long safety video about skydiving and all the dangers behind it. And to be honest, I probably should have paid more attention to it, but I was too busy talking to my fiance and looking at memes on my phone. After that, they put our harnesses on, introduced us to the guys that we were gonna be jumping with. They filmed a quick little interview of us and they had us walk onto the plane. And one more thing, we picked a really good day to do it because the sky was mad nice that day, bro. It was hella blue and it said it was gonna rain later that day, but when we got there, bro, it was looking perfect outside. But anyways, we get on the plane and it's one of those little crop duster planes, and inside is me, the guy I'm jumping with, my mom, the guy she's jumping with, and the pilot. My older brother and his fiance, they had to go on another plane because they said only 2 people could go at a time, which makes sense because that plane was mad small. The flight up was about probably around 10 minutes just flying up, and it was mad cool because we're right at the window so you could see everything looking down, bro. You're seeing all the land, you're seeing all the fields, all the houses, these small little towns, and it was just really cool to look at. Like, I wasn't even really letting the nerves get to me because I was just so interested in watching everything because I've never been in a plane that size, that close to the ground. And throughout this whole experience, I thought I was gonna be way more nervous than I was, but to be honest, I was kind of way more excited than I was scared. That I was just like, yo, this is gonna be so fire, that I wasn't really worried about like, hey, I might smack the ground at like 120 miles an hour and just explode. So once we hit about 1,800 feet in the air, that's when they told us, all right, guys, it's about time to jump. My mom was going first because originally this whole thing was her idea, bro. The only reason I was in that plane was because of her. So you best believe she was about to jump out of it first. And I'll be real with you, I feel like the first point where the nerves actually hit me is when I saw my mom jump out of that plane, because the guy she was with did like a full-on front flip with her out of that plane, bro. It was actually crazy. I was like, yo, please, bro. Please don't front flip with me out of this thing. Another dark thought that went through my head is like, you know how bad I'm gonna feel if I get to the bottom and my mom is like red paste on the floor, bro? I don't think I'd ever forgive myself, especially since I helped pay for it and drove her all the way over here. But luckily it didn't happen, spoiler alert. But anyways, they gave it about 30 seconds and now it was my time to jump. So me and the guy, we scoot from one side of the plane all the way to the other, and then we're sitting at like literally the edge of the plane, bro. Like our feet are literally on like the little stairs to get into it, and we're just looking down for a bit, bro. And when I tell you, that view was insane, bro. It was like, you've literally, like, if you're scared of heights, you probably would have passed out. Luckily, I'm not scared of heights, but that view was insane. And like, it really puts what you're doing into perspective. I just remember looking down and I'm just like, yo, we're doing this. There's no point of being scared right now because either way, I'm gonna hit the floor, whether that be dead or alive. And then without further ado, we jumped out of that damn plane. That burst of adrenaline that you feel when you're free falling is probably the most I've ever felt in my life, and maybe the most I'll ever feel in my life, bro. It was insane. But yeah, you're free falling for about like 30 to 45 seconds before the guy hits the parachute, and then you're kind of just cruising down the rest of the way, which is right, like, for me, it was probably about like 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Now, real talk, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't know if you ever plan on going skydiving, but beware. When he deployed that parachute, bro, I don't know if the harness I had on was just too tight or whatever, or if I should have moved my stuff to the other side, but it absolutely crushed my left nut. It absolutely crushed it, bro. It felt like somebody walked up to me and just kicked me at full force in the balls. It hurt so bad, bro. I can't even lie. But aside from that, honestly, bro, it was just so much fun, bro. The excitement you feel falling, and then when you're just, even after you hit the parachute and you're cruising, it's just so fire just looking down, and you're still just like, yo, I could still fall out of this thing, bro. Just because I stopped falling, I'm still technically falling. But it was just so cool, bro. I was just looking out into the scenery. I saw the Delaware River. I saw a few mountains that I've hiked before, and it was just really cool. But unfortunately, eventually it came to an end and we had to land on the floor. And the landing was actually surprisingly the easiest part. We kind of just slid on the floor and it didn't hurt at all. One thing I thought was kind of funny is I actually landed before my mom, and I asked my instructor why that was, and he was just saying that we weighed a lot less than her and her instructor, because my instructor was a big dude, bro. He was like 6'2", 220 pounds. I'm 180 pounds, and then my mom's like 100 pounds soaking wet. So it makes sense when you think about it. But overall though, guys, even though I didn't really picture myself doing it, skydiving was a really great experience, especially since I got to share it with my mom for her birthday. I know she had a lot of fun, and I know it's something me, her, my brother, and his fiance are never gonna forget. And now my fiance is saying she wants to do it. So she had the chance, she just didn't want to do it then. Now she wants to do it. I feel like she just wanted to make sure we survived first before she did it, to make sure it was safe or whatever. Now, would I do it again though? Everybody keeps asking me, and I would say 100% I would do it again, bro. It was so much fun. Like, I would have to do it again at some point. But if I did though, I'd want to do it at a different spot just so I could get like a different scenery, maybe somewhere like Puerto Rico or Florida, just so I could not look at the same Jersey hills again. Maybe I'll do it again when I'm 30, bro. That's in 5 years. Maybe I'll get some people and we'll all jump out of a plane again. Maybe my mom will even do it again with me too, who knows? Would I suggest doing it though? I'd say if you're really scared of heights and get motion sickness, I would definitely probably skip out on this one. It's probably not for you. But if it's something that's on your bucket list or something you just really always wanted to try, I would say go for it. Like, I luckily survived. Who knows, you might have a different experience, but hopefully you survive and hopefully you have a lot of fun too. Maybe I'm just too trusting of strangers with my life, but I survived, right? Like, at no point did I really feel like I was in danger, like, yo guys, are you sure about this? But all right, guys, that is gonna wrap it up for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below if you would ever give skydiving a shot. But my name's Max, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Wake up out the door, it's time to get this money. So many pitfalls in my life, that shit ain't even funny. Them rainy nights had them days looking mad sunny. My clothes nice, remember when them shits was mad.